Okay, welcome back to episode 9 of Dishonored. I'm APGamingREAL, and this is Murdering Mice. Oh no, nope. That's not the thing I want to do. Not that either. Blood from the eyes. Well, this seems awfully exposed. Let's get up here and check old Hardy. A rune. Well, that's what I'm looking for. Uh-oh. Well, this guy doesn't know what's coming for him.
I now turn my hopes and energies to formulating dice, which in conjunction with the high heat therapy, which came to me most vividly in a dream last night, has great potential according to the latest celestial alignment. As for test subject 312, after the characteristic sloughing of
Okay. Interesting. Science. Oh. Lieutenant Niles' report. As requested, this is a sample of the black market elixir we believe to be coming from one of the abandoned distilleries. No doubt it's inferior to your formula or even to Piero's remedy, but people are desperate. We have not been able to identify the additional ingredients. Perhaps you'll have better luck. One thing of note, some of the men I watch claim when pressed to have purchased and used this stuff from time to time, since it's cheaper than either of the popular brands. None of them report any illness or complications, so while it may not protect from the plague as well, it doesn't seem harmful. Lieutenant Christopher Niles, 2nd Dispensary Detail, Dunwall City Watch. Now I just need to make it back to Samuel. You know. Probably not a big deal.
Sokolov is testing elixirs on people that show up. Why is it he always asks for healthy citizens? If you follow my meaning, sir.
You have no natural philosophy. Obviously, it's because the ones already sick and bleeding don't live long enough to provide Sokolov with any useful.
The royal physician himself. You made a neat job of it. Drop him here and we'll be off.
Got a achievement called Surgical for play the first mission through Colwyn's Bridge, killing fewer than 10 characters. I killed 0. Never detected, didn't kill anybody. Works well for me. Alright then. The royal physician Anton Sokolov is now in the custody of the Loyalist. Through Sokolov, it will be possible to strike directly at those closest to the Lord Regent. How cooperative will the most brilliant man in the Empire be? He must be swayed or coerced into telling what he knows.
They set up a cell for Sokolov in the old kennel. Shackles and everything. It'll be a shock, him waking up in the straw and old dog poop. But from what I hear, he's woken up worse places. Guess we all have at that.
Must have lived an interesting life, my friend. What do you do with a drunken Sokolov? What do you do with a drunken Sokolov?
Well done, Corvo. Well done. I doubt a dozen soldiers could have done it better. Sokolov's knowledge will enable us to strike at the Lord Regent directly, and ultimately help you get your life back. Soon, we won't have to hide in the shadows. The royal physician is brilliant, but he was a fool to protect the Lord Regent. Sokolov gave us the elixir, the war machines. He could have made us a great nation. Now he pays the price for siding with a tyrant. You have my thanks, sir. If you wish to get some sleep, now is a good time.
I do want to say goodnight to Emily. I also want to see if I can buy some things.
Normally, I'm a natural philosopher, but today, consider me a humble craftsman here to serve.
Okay, you're full of shit. Oh. Where is little Emily? It's the Admiral's room.
Now fall to Lord Trevor Pendleton, who asks for respect during this time of mourning. Attention Dunwall citizens. Be aware that looting of evacuated areas is a serious offense and will be summarily punished by officers of the Watch. Display your pride in Dunwall by respecting the property and rights of others in these trying times and preserving the...
Man, where the F is her? I also realized that was not correct grammar. I am very concerned that I cannot find a tiny girl in a small bar. Like keeping her on the first floor or something? Holy crap.
Corvo, can I tell you something? I have a secret retreat nearby that may come in handy if the City Watch ever kicks in the doors. It's an abandoned apartment across the street from the bar. I don't think anyone else here knows about it, but I'm guessing I can trust you. The key is stashed under my bunk upstairs. If there's ever trouble, you can go there for safety. I know I will.
Lord Pendleton has departed for the evening to attend to matters at the manor.
Jesus,
It concerns the departure of his brothers. I'm sure you understand.
Dunwall citizens, you are required to boil any water from public fountains or the river. Anyone who has consumed untreated water must be reported to the Watch.
Untreated water. What a dire way of saying that. Man, where's this little girl? Holy cow. Apartment across from the bar. Need the
Deals are made here, sometimes under the influence of wine, and sometimes the influence is to the point of a knife.
To the location or return of the daughter of our beloved late empress is required to speak to the city watch at once.
Well, I feel like that's gonna come in handy at some point soon. Make sure to close that door on the way out. Empress. Empress.
Please be as quiet as you can. It took forever for Emily to fall asleep.
Thanks, Cersei.
Poor dear. It's okay, Emily, I'm here. She seems happier when you're here. Though I know you have important things to do. Out there, in the city.
You know, it's weird that you would say that, since I literally dropped her off. And nothing else. You've never seen us interact at all. I already read that one. I read that one too.
Please leave a candle for me. It gets dark in here and I can't see my mother. I just want a candle. Where is Corvo?
I am your father.
She still has bad dreams. Though it's understandable given all she's been through. Sometimes she calls out your name. Sometimes she cries for her mother.
She sees more than she is telling. Young Lady Emily. Poor Emily. Her childhood is lost. She has become a pawn in the games of men. She was bribed with sweet biscuits and ox milk, calmed with stories of magic and seafaring, all to keep her sane in a time of turmoil. She hides her fears. She seeks someone to trust. She clings to her childhood things, but they bring her only brief comfort. She sees more than she is telling. Young Lady Emily. Such sadness. She is Callista Kernow. She has learned to defend herself in this treacherous city.
Time to go to bed.
Corvo, wake up! You were making funny faces while you were sleeping. I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here. Callista will come get me when she's done with her bath. Thanks, Corvo. It makes me feel better.
I need to go interrogate a man.
Well, Mr. Sokolov has certainly recovered. A good night's sleep has left him with an appetite.
Well, then it's gonna be real bad when I force him to puke his guts out. After I punch him in the stomach with a sock with a... I don't know, what is the... you put a bar of soap in there? Man, I feel like I would not be good at torturing people.
I hope Sokolov will cooperate. I'd hope to have him paint my portrait again one day. Just me this time.
Royal Physician, I believe you and Corvo knew each other in former days. Unlike you, our friend Corvo knows what loyalty means.
Bah! I am loyal to my inner spirit. You are the one consorting with the most wanted man in the Empire.
It's my belief that Corvo was innocent in the death of the Empress, and the former spy master, or the Lord Regent, as he calls himself, is a ruthless tyrant bent on destroying this city. the heart of the Empire.
You are mistaken if you think there's love between me and our Lord Regent. But whatever you intend to do here, I assure you, I am beyond petty scare tactics.
If I don't scare you, Sokolov, perhaps these rats will. Even if they don't carry plague. I've heard of a swarm of rats stripping a child's body to the bone in half a minute. I've heard worse. How long do you think it'll be before you talk? Before you beg to talk?
Rats? Is that the company you keep now, Admiral?
It's the company you keep that interests us, Sokolov. We know you painted a portrait of the Lord Regent's mistress, the very aristocrat who is funding the military with her fortune. She is the key to the Lord Regent's control over the city, and we must have her name.
Sorry, Admiral. I cannot help you.
Wow. Scudder's got good odds, right? 5 in favor? That seems real good. Unlike Krusty, 1 in 8.
It's time to put him to the question.
Yeah. It's easy to say stuff like that when you're not the one doing it, buddy. Why not just stand back dryly and aristocratically and let somebody roll up their sleeves, get the day's work done. Well, if you want me to go in there, why don't you give me the goddamn key, asshole? Whelping and training hounds. Excerpt from a hound trainer's guide. From each litter, there's usually somewhere shy of 4 good pups, but we always drown the runt. Them that remain spend 3 months or so. I feel like I read that before. Yup, I did. What is this doing? Just opening this thing. So it just opens and shuts and doesn't do anything else.
Whenever you're ready, Corvo.
Yeah.
He can get us closer to the Lord Regent.
The hell am I supposed to be doing here?
You're part of this rabble, but I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary.
Perhaps I can find a bribe for you, Sokolov.
Curious strategy.
Of which I approve.
I'm sure you do.
Say what you will.
The royal physician knows.
Where the F is Piero? Why is he inside? Never inside. You watching?
I know it looks. I was inventing a new kind of
Her
lock.
again?
The tumblers shaped like snowflakes. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock. I was just, looking through the lock.
Yeah.
I couldn't bear it if she knew. I know you're a man of honor, and I also know that you can kill me at any time. And for both of these reasons, I apologize and beg for your discretion. It's well known that Sokolov is virtually addicted to a rare liquor called King Street Brandy. The taste is revolting. but I happen to have a bottle. However, I am reluctant to give it to you for Sokolov. It cost me quite a lot. It is very expensive stuff, a blend of rare Pendician spices and a drop of whale oil. Would you care to purchase it?
That's not that expensive. Jesus. I would care to purchase it, my good man. Maybe next time you'll make it a gift, not to talk to your lady friend about your indiscretions.
I could use it.
I know you can, buddy.
King Street brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste. I can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate. Tonight, the timing is perfect, Corvo. But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
Of course, you already have a mask, don't you, Corvo?
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the ground. You'll have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent and take her out in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, we'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
Well, that's the thing.
I hear you're off to the Boyles' little bash tonight. I have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask you. Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, he may be looking for me.
What if I said I don't trust you at all and that you're a piece of garbage? And yet, in the hunt for XP, I might do many things. Oh yes, I want to move much, much faster. Perfect. Press right-click to slow the world around you for a limited time. Time is completely stopped. Oh, well, we'll get to that soon. Let's do a little parkour here. Figure out just how much my... Oh, my... Well, yeah, that's good. Yep. Yeah, I'll take that. We're reaching new heights.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be aware that looting from evacuated areas is a serious offense and will be summarily punished
But
by
that's not for
officers
young people walking.
But I will be Empress, won't I? And then I'll have to sink lots of enemy ships myself. And that's what Empresses do mostly, isn't it?
Of course.
I knew it! I read that some pirate ships have witches aboard that can cause storms and make whales do what they want. Is that true?
Yes. Mostly. Maybe we should be quiet now.
Very well. Everything was so fancy at the Golden Cat, but in a different way than the palace was fancy. The old Madame Prudence said that all the ladies are princesses and the men come to admire them.
Well, strictly speaking, that is true. You got something,
We
bud?
must admire Lord Pendleton's composure in the face of his terrible loss.
Yeah, terrible loss, sure. Oh, that's right. I want to tell Callista that Piero's being a weird, freaky dude.
So, you've already pried into the mind of the great Sokolov. I must admit, with both you and Sokolov, it's rather thrilling to have such notable figures here with us. I wonder if Sokolov's loyalties could be turned in our favor.
And just keep supplying him with rare, shitty brandy. Is this not treating her as a person anymore? Jesus. They wanted me to kill her.
The young lady Emily was trying to sneak into your quarters while you slept, sir. I don't think she meant any harm.
Okay, well this is all very strange. What is it gonna take to find Callista? Well, oil. Oh yeah, Superman stance.
Attention Dunwall citizens.
So you know I'm serious.
You are required to boil any water
Jesus.
from public fountains or the river.
Well, I want to go in and talk to her, but if this freaks her out...
Anyone who has consumed untreated water must be reported to the watch.
Can't you see I'm about to bathe? I understand. It was an accident. We have such a hard time maintaining privacy in such a crowded house, don't we? I can't believe this. When I took this job, they told me I'd work with good men. Ugh, I feel dirtier than when I started. If you don't mind, obviously I'd like to be alone.
Well, I feel dirtier than Piero now, but there we go.
A masked ball. You happen to have them.
The Boyle
Yes,
costume
yes.
ball, huh? Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready?
Indeed. Welcome to the Hotel Caliboyle. Lady Boyle's last party. You've learned that the Lord Regent's strongest supporter is Lady Boyle. However, 3 women in the Boyle family are referred to as Lady Boyle. The wife of the late Lord Boyle and her sisters. Sokolov painted Lady Boyle from behind under unusual circumstances, and does not know which is actually the Lord Regent's ally. You're being sent to the posh Boyle estate on the night of a costume party, in order to determine which Lady Boyle you must eliminate. The answer is all of them.
Good grief, the Lord Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight. Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around. The good news is, once you get to the party, that mask of yours will let you blend right in.
What's going on over
Enjoy
there?
your evening out with folk of quality. Better you than me.
Wow, that shit's crazy. Well, deal with that shit next time, boy.